Good morning. Welcome back to another Theory Thursday. Today will be less about theory and more about I got a new guitar and we're testing some things because it's very similar to another model I own, and that's what we're doing today. So I don't have a tie on. I have my Timex Easy Reader on today, and I'm excited for this because it's always fun to get a new guitar. And that's pretty much it. So as always, if you've been enjoying these, please like and subscribe. It always helps the channel. And that's it. Let's go. Okay, so the guitar I usually play, especially for jazz, is my Ibanez AF75. Now, I've had that guitar since university, and it's been an absolute workhorse. I've played it everywhere. I bring it everywhere, and it's a pretty entry-level hollow body. It retails, I think I got it for $400 and some change. I think right now it's $450, maybe a little bit more with inflation. I'm pretty sure it's at $450 right now. But it's a very entry-level price for what you're getting. I mean, I like to call it the Toyota of guitars. It just keeps working. It just goes on forever. So it's an absolutely stunning guitar. It's been an absolute workhorse for me. So that said, I just got the step up from that, which is the AF95 with the flame maple top. So I'll put some pictures up here of what we're talking about. I've got the AF75 over here. And I've got the AF95FM, that stands for flame maple, right here. Not to be confused with the standard level AF95, which just doesn't have the flame maple. I'll put that in the middle here, but you'll see when we test the sounds that it's not this one. It's the flame maple one. So before we did a whole sound test and comparison and contrast between these two, I just wanted to go over the specs and see what's different, what stayed the same, all that good stuff. So the AF75 retails for less. Right now it's about $450. The AF95 with the flame maple top retails for about $700. Okay, so it's a jump in price. In terms of affordability, we're still under $1,000, and you're getting a lot of guitar here, and you'll see that when we play them. So, and you know what? I'll just throw this in here as well. The regular AF95 goes for $650. So if you want the flame maple top, it's just an extra $50. So that's that. But let's talk about specs. So first of all, the neck between the 75 and the 95, same wood, the Nyato wood. The 75, they call it their AF Artcore neck, and the 95, they call it their AF Expressionist neck. And it's actually a 3-piece, and I don't think I have a picture of that, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like here. If I can unplug this. Like that. So you see that line going down the middle. It's 3 separate pieces of that Nyato wood. So that's what that means when it says it's a 3-piece neck. Okay, so the neck is the same wood, just constructed differently. The fretboard, you'll see the AF75 has a walnut and the 95 has ebony. So the walnut is a little bit brighter. You can see in the color, the ebony is a lot darker. Well, maybe not a lot, but in person it's a contrast for sure. The frets, same amount, 20 frets on both of them. The bridge, it says that they're the same bridge, the Gibraltar Performer. However, the 95 flame maple top has all gold hardware, so it's all gold saddles and everything. And there's just a few things different with it, so I don't know if it's a updated year thing, but it's not exactly the same as my 75. So it's maybe they just updated their bridge with real small enhancements. I don't know. They call it the same bridge. There's just very subtle things. But the Gibraltar Performer. The pickups is where the big difference is. The AF75, they have what's called the Classic Elites, and those are ceramic pickups. So those are the cheaper ones. You'll see those on all your Squiers, all your lower end guitars. Not to say that they're low efficiency or low. I mean, it's just a different sound, and they're cheaper to make. The 95 has what they call the Super 58s, which are Alnico pickups. And you'll also see those everywhere else on electric guitars. Fender puts them in all their American pickups and so on and so forth. So they're a little bit more expensive to make, and they're known for having a little bit warmer sound than the ceramic pickups. So that's what that is. The tailpiece, you can see, are different. The 75 is the VT60 tailpiece. The tailpiece, the VT60. And on the 95 Flame Maple is the VT06. So it's almost the same. The 6 and the 0 are just swapped. I'm a big fan of the one on the 95. It's a real simple, classic look. That VT06, and on the 75 is, I don't know, it's not ornate by any stretch of the word, but it just has a little bit more going on it, and I don't know. Some people can see it as tacky. I don't know. It's just unnecessary. So I'm a big fan of the classic look on the VT06, the 95 that we just got. And just for fun, on the regular AF95 model, which I'll put again in the middle here, you'll see it looks like a wooden tailpiece. So it looks really cool. It is actually just a wood cover. So this is what the tailpiece actually looks like underneath. It's still that metal, but there's a wood cover over it. So you get that if you go with the base model 95 as opposed to the Flame Maple 95. As for dimensions and measurements and lengths across all three guitars, actually, the AF75, the AF95 Flame Maple, which we're looking at today, and the regular AF95, everything's the same. The body size, the depth, the neck, the length, all of it is the same. So that's really cool. It makes switching between them really easy for me. And the upgrade is, it's really in the pickups, and the Flame Maple top really is what's doing it for me. The playability is pretty much the same, just because all the dimensions are the same. So I thought that was kind of cool. You can see it as a pro or a con, really. If you're getting the same guitar dimension-wise as this cheaper one, what's the diff? So I found value in it, and I continue. I've had it for about a week and a half now, 2 weeks almost, and I love it. So you'll see when we go to the sound demo here, I did have to take the pick guard off of the Flame Maple for two reasons. One, when it was shipped to me, it was actually damaged. The hole on top chipped the finish, and it looked bad. And then on the side, where the pickguard screws into the side of the body, the hole was actually stripped. So the screw was just loose in there. So it wasn't able to hold the pickguard. Now, that's reason one. And I could have fixed all that if I wanted to. It would have just taken some time. And the seller was very, very nice, and they gave me a partial refund on it and everything. But the second reason I took it off was just to show off the Flame Maple. I don't really need a pick guard, and taking it off just showcases the Flame Maple top. So I thought, what's the diff? I got a little bit of money back. I used some finishing markers to cover up the chip finish, so you can't even see it unless you're looking for it now. And yeah, I love it. I'm fine with it. So that's what we're doing today. There's the specs, and let's go to the sound demo. So I'll go through the pickups and all that stuff, And maybe I'll type it out so you don't have to hear my voice anymore. We'll just do the sounds here. Okay, let's do it.